fucking exams in my time at school. At least, you know, I took at least one for my main GCSE, and then I must have taken more for like just general tests and stuff in school. Thank you, mate.
Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. With speaking, written, and listening, I can't remember whether we had listening. Maybe actually. I think we did, because I remember being in this like tiny closet of a room, and then she would like play something on like something that was recorded, and I had to like either write it down or fucking something. I can't remember, but yeah, I do remember. The teacher recorded us having a conversation, but it was in German as the exam. Yeah, I hated those tests, man. I did them. You guys ever like get locked in the exam rooms so that you didn't cheat? Did you guys have that? Where like you'd have, because like tests would overlap, and so like there was, yeah, like tests would overlap. So you would have, okay, maybe not locked in. Hold on, guys, calm down. So I don't know whether it was because I took like extra exams and shit like that, but I remember like certain tests would overlap. So there'd be two groups that had to take the same test. And so if you did it first, they kept you in like a side room so that you didn't tell the others the answers. That wasn't a thing for you guys? No? Oh? Yeah, like they were pretty extreme about the no cheating thing. They'd like take us to a classroom so that we didn't like cheat. Why wouldn't they release you? Because they didn't want us telling the others the answers. Yeah, if you had to take a test before or after, yeah, you'd be isolated, yeah. Yeah, we did it in like a massive auditorium thing, but... A hearing test? I don't remember a hearing test. We've had separate exam. Well, the issue was that, like, for example, like, I did further mathematics for GCSE and A-level. And so I think that test, because of the timing of things, and because it was such a small group, would like overlap with like the other exams. And so we'd still be in there when they moved people in, which was a bit annoying now that I think about it, because like everyone was like shuffling about and like I got distracted. But then like because I'd already taken an exam and they were starting theirs, it was a weird one. It was weird. You know what annoyed me about exams in school? The fucking examiners. Like the old dinner ladies that would like walk back and forth, like checking on you and shit. Heck those guys, man. Why would they overlap? I think it was like they had like set days to do things. And so obviously like some groups for exams were like a lot smaller. So it just happened. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention. Our examiners are just our teachers. We had teachers, like dinner ladies, and then there was also like, I feel like A-level students were like being examiners too, because they got paid for it. But then I never got the opportunity to do that when I was an A-level student, which kind of pissed me off. Because I would have loved to do that, man. I would have sat there on my phone. Yeah, the invigilators. Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot they had that name. They sound like something out of fucking Star Wars. Come up and stick you with a lightsaber, they catch you on your phone. Invigilators. Yeah, these A-level students just get paid to do it. Damn, I wish I did that. I missed out on some money. Yours were from the exam board? We didn't have that. Classic. Classic Scotland, having all the extra free stuff, man. Free uni, free fucking prescriptions, free invigilators, the fuck, man. There was someone in my year whose mum was an invigilator, and they weren't allowed to be in the same example. That's so funny. What the fuck, Saboteur? I mean, your name's pretty accurate now. You're a bad kid in school, banned from prom, locked in a closet for tests. Yeah, Self-Saboteur seems like a pretty accurate name. This all sounds so complicated. We just had as teachers do it. Apparently the UK don't fuck around with GCSE's A-levels, so... Okay. We need to... Let's just read the extra bits first. The SASM is requesting a phone tap on the number listed. Given our limited resources, this would effectively take the form of recurring record requests of all call and text records for 420-612-3473, without the need for a signed subpoena for every request. Additionally... this would also... So locked in. This would also be... The phone tap would also... How am I writing this? Be executed using the localized telecom monitors. As those found as those found at Weasel News. These devices would be used to tap into active calls of individuals known be associated and slash have had extensive communication with the faceless to be with the faceless. By a knowledgeable investigator. This is getting pretty convoluted, but look what we've found with the faces. Then monitoring continues. Should the call be confirmed to not be with the faceless, monitoring would end immediately as to not violate. Okay. So, tell me if this makes sense, chat. Additionally, the phone tap would also be executed using the localized telecommunication monitors / interceptors, such as those found at Weasel News. These devices would be used to tap into active calls of individuals known to be associated and/or have extensive communication with the faceless. See the number. Should the call be confirmed to be with the faceless, audible confirmation by a knowledgeable case investigator, then monitoring continues. Should the call be confirmed to not be with the faceless, monitoring would end immediately. Does that make sense? You think if you were like a judge, you could read that and understand what I'm going for? It doesn't make sense. Shaharu, explain. Explain. No? Okay. Look, we got a difficult modern chat today, huh? The first part is, given our limited resources, it will effectively take the form of recurring record requests of all call and text records for 420.612 3473 without the need for a signed subpoena for a request. Yeah, well, so it's going to come in the form of no signed subpoenas, unsigned subpoenas, so we just get their records whenever we need it, and then also the wiretap. I mean, while I'm here, I was thinking about that, NSW, but the issue is, I was thinking, let's say we tap into Edgar's phone. Okay, this is literally what I pictured in my mind. I literally thought of, we tap into fucking Edgar or like fucking Forehead or something, and they're yapping, and they're like, yeah, bro, I've just been, out with the pass, and the house arrest with the bloody. That goes on for 30 seconds until the faceless replies. Do you know what I mean? So if we just listen to 15 seconds of yapping, we can't confirm who's on the other end. But I didn't want to put a time limit in case that happens. Admittedly, it would be fucking funny. You need 5 minutes. Yeah, you need to hear both voices on the phone before you can, Properties in the scope of investigation. We're also going to put active calls between the faceless and associates. Not others. Oh, that was last at least 3 passes. That's funny. Active calls between the faces and associates / others. I think this is good. I think we've just... I don't think I'm going to do drones yet, because we haven't got anywhere specific. This is specifically a phone tap. I'm going to keep it to that. I don't want to include anything else that might make it difficult. God, this is fucking long, dude. Holy shit. I didn't realize until now. Fucking hell. It's pretty much just like, this is what they've done and we can confirm they've done. Help. We need more, please. Okay. I think we're gonna spell check it. Is there provision? If he changes numbers and we get confirmation on that, then that's fine. But it also covers, it's kind of covered. No, it's not really. Well, actually, no, we could, because like the way really we discover a changed phone number would be through a phone tap. And so let's say we listen into fucking Brandon Valentino and he's on the phone with the faceless. What did Jem say? Each paragraph adds 1 week to the time it takes the OJ to read and sign it. That's crazy, but probably accurate. But yeah, if we listen to Brandon, he's speaking to the faceless, and then we instantly subpoena the faceless, but we see there's no calls between him and Brandon at that time, then we're like, oh shit, they've got another phone number, and then we can do the same thing for that other number. I think that's probably how we do it. I think we keep it limited to this for right now. But it also does say that we'd be tapping the faceless organization and associate. Obviously, I'm not going to do it for the others because it's specifically requested for this number on this number listed. So I think if we have to do it again, we just do it again on a different number. I don't want to like broaden the scope too much where the DOJ are like, no, you can do it on one number and that's it. Save a bit of time. Okay. So now we need to put this to a subpoena. Oh, there is an investigative warrant section. I'm scared. Hold on. I'm scared about losing this. I'm just gonna copy paste it somewhere. All right, let's do a spell check. Oh, I spelled received wrong. Where's that? I before E except after she. Have I done it again? Why don't I just fix it in here and then we copy it? That doesn't work. Alice. Hello, Alice.
Howdy, Richard, darling. Howdy. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm lovely, darling. How are you today?
Not too bad. Not too bad. You know, just another day.
Yes, absolutely. Are you free for a meeting, darling? I gotta meet with you.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
I'd rather not talk about on phone. We gotta meet in person. Can we meet at your new office at the observatory?
Yeah,
I ain't
sure.
been there.
Yeah.
I ain't been there. Yeah, I'll meet you up there.
All right. See you in a minute.
All right, see you soon. Bye,
Bye-bye.
darling.
Wonder what this is about. Let me quickly spell check this. Hold on. So I can get it submitted. I spelled specifically wrong. Classic. Why is that copy like that? Fine. That's fine. Don't need to do that one. Okay. Fine. Okay, it's this paragraph, but go. Why is terroristic wrong? Oh, I guess it's not a word. Oops. I did and twice. Thank God for Grammarly. Alright, that one's better. I spelled equipment. Oh no. That's a bit cool. Okay. Operation Dread Torrent. Where's that? This one can be replaced. Not bothered about that. On the 6th of Feb, this one could be done. Oh, I spelled torture wrong. Where's that? 15th of January. Torture, torture, torture. Better. Underway. I spelled under. Wait, I didn't do it wrong, but. Third of January, this one. And then everything else is good, actually. Get him. Alright, we got to investigative warrant. Copy it just in case. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not good. Uh-oh. Where's that gone? Fuck. No, you're joking. Wait, it's still here. Up to a subpoena, quick. That good? Why has it not got the lock on it? Oh, we're good. Thank God. All right, let's go. Sorry, Alice. I'm coming. Speeding is a gateway crime. This is a gateway crime. You go to prison? Is there another marshal around? Oh, Gunnar's around. Dark is gonna be a terrorist, yep. True. How it happens, man. She's not even here yet. The hell, Alice? I should come in now. Code 2? Why would anybody do that? Using code 2s to get here? Crazy, yeah. They should be arrested. Why is there casings in the tree? The fuck? What's code 2? Using your lights, not your sirens. Clearly a bird? That's not a bird. That's not a bird. Even B for bird. Hello, Alice. I'm just looking at the projectile tags that are in that tree over there.
In the try.
The tree, you don't see it? You see those?
No.
Right in front of us, the little bush.
Oh, at the tippity top.
Yeah, the tippity top, yeah.
The tipper topper. I'll take care of him. Also, the damn, we gotta call the damn garbage bitch. Do you see how many bags
I
in the damn
know.
lot?
I don't even know who's putting them there.
Googler, Moogalore.
What?
I said Googler, Moogalore. Googly, Moogalore.
I don't know what you're saying, Alice.
Okay, all right.
I think you're making these words up.
I'm not making these words up. Didn't you ever watch Gullah Gullah Island as a kid?
Gulliver's Island?
No, Gullah Gullah Island. Gullah Gullah Island. Don't worry.
Okay, come on, let's just go inside that.
Don't worry about it. It's all right. Hey, hold on. Let me grab these. I forgot already.
Okay. You got this. I believe in you. Hold on. I'll be right back, chat. 2 seconds. Back.
We lost.
Alicia,
Richard,
where are you? I'm down here.
Hold on.
Sorry, just cleaning the place up.
Oh, I got lost. I went walking around. I swore, did I walk by this door? I'm so confused. No, I didn't see this port. How did you get here? Don't worry about it. I just got,
Come on.
just got lost. Hey, I still didn't get those things neither. I need a lad door.
A what?
A lad door. I don't have a lad door.
Okay.
Maybe I use your car. Okay, maybe I use your car because I need lad door.
Lador. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yes, I need. It needs.
I'm on through.
Okay, thank you. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I've got all my stuff.
It's okay, Alice. Don't worry, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
All right. Okay,
You'll be decorated a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look how nice they look, though. Boy, look at the office here.
We haven't.
It's going to be cute.
I don't know why we've got a shell in here, but we do.
Well, you never know when you'll need one.
You know what? Maybe we have our conversation in here, Alice.
Oh, sure.
Nice and private.
Sure.
Okay, what's up? What's going on?
Let me turn me radio. I've been trying to get old Craig for like at this point a week and a half or something like that. I can't get a hold of Craig. I heard he was away when I spoke to Chris. He said he'd be back on Monday. Like trying to get a hold of him since Craig since Monday, and I ain't seen him. So I'm gonna have to talk to somebody at this point
because it's already been so damn long.
Yeah, that's why Me's here. Okie dokie. Give me a second. Situation happened the other day. At MRPD. Okay, a very serious situation. Okay.
Okay.
70s had gotten called at the same time, so I didn't get 100% of the context right away. So bitches be dying on the street, so I had left. But I walked up to the armory, and dispatch or Rose Toy, you know Miss Toy, Rosalind Toy.
I don't know. Is she good?
You don't know Miss Toy. I mean, I think Rose is wonderful. I mean, she got a bald ass head, but you know, like I'm not bald as like Bruce.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I'm not bald as like Bruce. I like Miss Toy. I like Miss Toy.
All right, what's she do?
She came up to me. She's like, Alice. She's like, I was like, how you doing? Da, da, da. She's like, I think I did something wrong. I said, what you mean? And she said to me that a lady came into the lobby and said they were interested in dispatch. And, you know, Rose gave her the application, got her phone number, saw her ID, got her name. Okay. And then the lady said, you know, y'all give tours. I want to see your dispatch room.
Oh no.
Rose, you know, had an officer pat her down and then led her into the building, into the lock area of the building. And then the lady, you know, was like, where's your dispatch room? Rose took her into the dispatch room. And then the lady's like, oh, what's this over here? To walk to an area behind the desk at MRPD in the dispatch room and start picking some shit up. And now I asked Rose, I'm like, what the hell? After somebody started grabbing some shit, like, what? Just let her walk out the building? And she's like, I got so confused. I didn't know what was happening. And then I ended up just letting her out. And then she left. And then Rose went back to the location to find in that pile was still some things left. So I'm going to share this private report with you, darling. What's your state ID?
Hold on. 1588.
Okay. You should be able to see this private report now. I didn't add any of these photographs in as evidence because I didn't want, I'm going to be so real. I don't know if I put them on a private report, they show up in the fucking evidence log with everything else. I'm assuming they do, and I wasn't going to risk it. So, anywho, I talked to Rose a little bit about it, and I get a little bit more context on what the hell's happening. First and foremost, Rose let the lady show the lady whose name is Ivy Thorne. This is the lady, at least, that showed the ID. The ID that she showed Rose was from 2013. And I was like, Rose, darling.
Huh?
I'm like, Rose, darling. One, we can't be like, you know, this person didn't have a profile coming in with an ID 2013. How do you know, darling, that ID wasn't at some point stolen? This is a fake ass ID. And, you know, we got a problem here that this is like a thing, right? Like that we're, you just can't be doing that, right? And I think she realized real quickly about, like, you know, we started to talk about security purposes and things like that. This is a police department. You know, you need to make sure that you're really grilling people that are telling you who they are. Because now, you know, if this lady's impersonating this Ivy Thorne person, I don't know. Anywho. So, and when Rose went back to the location, there were some magazines and a rent that were still there. So I don't know what got picked up. Rose don't know what got picked up. And well, the fact about it, Richard, darling, it was at the police department, and it seems like somebody left stuff there for this lady to potentially come in and pick it up and walk out the building with it. And the only people who access that are people who have access to that. Now, this is kind of like, I'm gonna be real, I don't know where the fuck the people, like, from the mayoral cabinet, where they walk through, where they walk into. I have no idea. I really don't. A lot of times they just in the meeting room, so I don't know if they have access to the whole building or not, but at the minimum, there's all the comps, dispatch, tow, there's a heap of people who got access to the police department and specifically that dispatch room.
When did it happen?
It would have happened on the 3rd of this month. Now, Turner and I spent a couple days, Turner went through the evidence log of the prior, I think he did the prior 30 days and went through and checked and combed through like, is there missing evidence? In turn, which I'm like, when he was originally saying that, I'm like, Turner, darling, that's a needle in a haystack kind of looking through there. One, I'm like, I guarantee you're going to go through incidents. There's going to be half the bitches you're not even going to, respectfully, and I don't blame nobody but us. Okay, I'll take full accountability for the fact that simply it happens. There are going to be suspects that there's no possessions in the photographs of the report. You're not going to know what the fuck is supposed to be in there for those suspects. You're not going to notice that things are missing because very easily whoever did this could have just not put the photograph of somebody's possessions in there. And I mean, like, that's just like, I'm not making an excuse for it, darling, because like it shouldn't be like that. But it is. I'm just going to be 100% honest. At least at a minimum, one person at some point in the last 30 days, I guarantee you, has not put photographs of evidence that should be in them lockers. Right? That's a one. And let's say that was an accident. That's like bare minimum, right? So I explained to him, I'm like, respectfully, you could sit here all day, and he did. He said he spent like 4 hours digging through the evidence lockers. I'm like, you're not going to be able to tell 100% probably what's missing. So we talked about the phone number that is here was the phone number that was given to Rose, to Miss Toya. Okay.
Okay.
And this is another thing she did. Hold on, sorry. Yeah. In the process of this ordeal happening, Rose starts panicking. So then Rose sends a text message, and she's trying to text Paige. I'm pretty sure she was trying to text Paige. And she texted, "Oh my God, I think I made a big mistake."
Not the heart.
She texted this lady's cell phone.
Oh my God.
That she texted her that. Okay, so the lady texts back and says, "What do you mean?" And then Rose kind of tried to cover it up. I don't remember word for word of what she said, but pretty much something along the lines. I don't remember. But essentially she tried to cover it up, like that she was talking about something, like she gave her the wrong information about dispatch or some shit. I don't know, Richard Darlene. It was like, oh, good Lord. Anywho, so I believe this telephone number is accurate, at least to the phone that was used. Now, obviously, this phone could be registered to anybody.
I put it through my records and I haven't got it. So
okay.
I've got like 2,000, so it's very likely that could be her phone. And like choosing a random number that somebody doesn't have is pretty difficult. So
yeah.
I see that you ran DNA on all this stuff, but I can't see any results. Yes. Was there any?
There's no results. There was nothing on it. There was nothing on it. And this is the thing, is that these things could have been sitting there for 4 months for all I know. I mean, like, you never even know how long. Like, that's the thing, is I don't know anything, pretty much. Like, when I say needle haystack, my only thought process is, and I spoke to, like I said, Turner and I were talking, kind of going over it for a couple days, and then I came to him and I said, I'm going to be real. We need to probably speak to a marshal. And that's when he said, yeah, probably. And I was like, yeah, probably. And I was like, and he said, you should talk to Craig. And I said, all right. And then that's where I was trying to get hold of Craig. And I'm like, at this point, Craig is not around, so I got to find somebody. So I started the last couple of days trying to find somebody. So here we are.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I have a feeling. I mean, shit. Again, needle haystack. This lady in some way, the possibility of this, right? Just the way it was explained to me seems like it was a drop, and that a cop or somebody who has access to the building
Mm-hmm.
put a drop in that room, told her to go in
Yeah.
and collect it.
That's the
That's what
worst. That's the worst. The worst thing that could have happened.
right.
I mean, the opposite end of
And
the spectrum is like some donkey just left some shit on the ground, and then she just went in and picked it up with no bad intention. You know.
that is possible because she was doing sanitation at the time. But
Yeah.
the way it was explained to me, it was on the desk hidden behind the PC monitors.
Oh,
Because
okay.
behind the monitors on the PC. Now, again, I take full responsibility for this because this is where I should have done this port better, which I should have went to where the stuff was laid on the thing and documented that port, because again, it was 78s. I didn't think it through 100%. And I told her, I said, okay, go pick up whatever the fuck is there and I will take care of it. Sorry, hold on. Me phone alarm. Hold on. Give me a second.
That's a strange alarm, man. It's just like 35 minutes past the hour. What's that about?
I got final with Ryan today, and so that was me alarm to wake up. But here we are,
okay.
already awake.
That's good.
Yeah. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Damn
It's
it.
okay. Listen, listen. It's fine. I get it. It was 78. So you have to explain that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
we will have a look into it. I don't know. Okay. Obviously, the only way we really get involved in this is like if we find some malintent, which
sure.
I think probably what I'm going to get someone to do is Anderson's back around today. So I think I'm just going to get Anderson to do what the chief did. Yeah, he's back.
Oh, I love that Anderson is back. Perfect.
Yeah, so I get him to do some grunt work and go through all the reports around that day, because I know that the wrench comes back to that, not Ivy, it comes back to someone else, done it. So
I'll give him someone else. Yeah, we talked a bit about that, and I looked into that as well. And I looked and see there ain't no wrench reported, but God forbid the bitches just fling shit out the windows all the damn time. They don't take nothing, And I looked, and that person hadn't been arrested prior to this in a hot minute, and they didn't have that in their possession. So again, my thing was maybe subpoena the phone, and maybe on a whimsical, they were talking to whatever. If this was a drop, maybe the cop called or texted this phone number prior to the situation.
There might be. I was thinking the same thing. There might be some kind of way we can push like conspiracy for evidence tampering, but the issue with that is we don't know what was taken. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was just something in the police department. We don't know whether it is evidence or not.
She might not have grabbed a single thing, Richard. I'm going to be so rich. She might have just walked up and again, this might, I don't even know if this is her name, of that lady. It all,
could be a fake ID. Yeah,
it could be a fake ID. And I told, we talked a little bit about it because she applied for dispatch, and so I don't know. She got to. Let me see. Actually, I don't know if dispatch. I didn't think about it at the time. Let me see if dispatch actually if they have an application form or they just write names. The only people that know about this is Rose, Turner, myself, and Bruce Collins, and that's it. I did not speak about this to nobody else other than now you. I haven't talked about it on the telephone a single time. I have not obviously talked anything to anybody else. So it is, as of now, very secure as far as who has information about it. I've been informed from Miss Toy that if she spoke a damn lick of it to anybody, she's losing her job. That now this is serious, and that so here we are.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pass this on to somebody and I'll keep an eye on it. And I'll be honest, from what you've told me, you know, the likelihood is we're probably not going to find anything, but that doesn't mean we're not going to look, right? So,
right, 100%. And again, I you know, doing the due diligence. If there is somebody, and y'all find out somebody did some shit they obviously shouldn't be doing. Who knows what you could uncover? Who they might have been doing this for a while. They might be letting people in the building themselves when nobody's looking. I don't have no clue. And I like, you know, it's just like obviously.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it, you know, I hate to do it, but it's got me thinking about, you know, when Craig was a cop and he was, you know, taking guns out of lockers and giving into the mayhem. You know, someone could be doing something like that.
Craig was doing that?
Yeah, he went to prison for like 20 years, Alice.
What? When did Craig do that?
This was like, you know, this was like 7 years ago.
Oh my God, Craig was doing that?
Yeah.
Good Googler Mokalors. I did
don't
not know
what
that.
you're saying.
Is that what he got his face tattoo?
I actually don't know about the tattoo. I just have an air. The only thing, I tried to push it once to turn him off and it didn't work, so I wasn't interested anymore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I get that. All right, well.
Well, thank you, Alice. Yeah. I'll see what I can do. We're probably going to turn this into a state marshal report.
Sure. Yeah, take what you need. If you need anything else from or anything, just let me know.
Okay.
And I apologize it took so long to try to get a hold of somebody.
Fine. It don't matter.
Like that.
It's what we're all busy people, aren't we?
Yeah. Again, I try to make sure I do me due diligence and try to get things done.
I know you do, Alice. Don't worry.
Okay. If you do need anything else from me, can I get more tour? Like, is there more places in here? This a big ass building or what?
It's not finished yet. But there's going to be there's going to be a bullpen here, director office over there.
Yeah.
We've got a little jail cell back here. There's a toilet through there, but I don't think that's fit. Got a little bunk bedroom where people can sleep because you know what, you know, degenerates are like. And then little kitchenette's going to be right here.
Okay.
This is going to be like I don't know what you could, like a control center. It's going to have all the screens and everything, so we can watch all the cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
And then through here's going to be a little armory, little evidence room that we're going to use.
Right.
We've already started.
Yeah, look at y'all already got some things. That's wonderful. You remember the building we had shit. I actually don't even know if it's the LSPD's building or not, but when you would like it was on Little Bighorn. There was like it was like a building years ago.
Oh yes, the ass sheep. Yeah, the what I remember. We had
that
like the
nice building,
yes, the LSPD one, yeah. It's okay, Alice. You're okay.
Working.
It is working. It's lovely.
It's working.
Yeah, we unfortunately do have a murderer decorating this place.
Oh.
I didn't know she was a murderer, but Lily Night Sky, she's doing a great job. But then she called me the other day saying that she's killed somebody, and I don't have to hold her turn her down anymore. She's doing such a good job.
Wow. Well, okay. This is the thing, Richard. Okay, and this is just. It's just the truth about it. They always say people who are crazy are very artistically capable.
That's true.
Like, look at Van Gogh. That motherfucker was crazy. All them bitches crazy, and they've got so much artistic talent, you know?
Yeah.
That's what brings that to them.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I mean, I feel pretty crazy, but I'm not very artistic, so I haven't really got an excuse here. Look at Anderson going 42 when he detects work. He smells work and he leaves.
Well, he was already on duty. I think he meant to go 41.
No. He went 41 earlier, yeah. It's all right. We'll look into it, Anderson. I'll get someone to contact you, either me or somebody else.
Craig's on duty now, too, actually.
He is, but I'm not going to distract him because I just submitted like a 10-page investigative phone tap. So I'm not, and he's reviewing it. So he's probably going to have some choice words from me.
I like that. Put the Craig to work.
Exactly.
Craig put me to work all the time.
You know, Alice, hopefully we're going to have a new director soon. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that. Yeah. Soon, TM. Soon, TM.
Doing that. Yeah, real nice. Real nice.
For sure. Can you drive your car over to that tray so I can climb up it and grab them things out the bush? We ain't gonna go that door.
I love Alistair. It's just so funny. Hop on.
Hold on now. I think I can reach now, Richard.
Go
Hold on. Oh, my arms are so chubby recently. It's so hard.
I couldn't tell.
Oh, thank you, Richard.
Hell
You're so kind.
yeah.
Yeah, well, good shit. Thank you.
Thanks,
you,
Alice.
Richard. Thank you. If you
Bye-bye.
need anything, give me a ring or ding,
I will
okay?
do. I will.
Hey, goodbye, darling. Goodbye.
She went mental. Yeah, she did. She was so mad at Jim. Hey, Craig. Yeah. How are you?
Oh, you know, as good as it can be, all things considered, I guess.
Good to hear. All right. So what's going on?
With your woman.
Oh, yeah,
right,
there.
So, I mean, I get the concept here. I'm just trying to understand, like, what your expectations from the result of this is. Like, are you basically just expecting that it's a future search warrant, effectively, for everything that's been done?
Yeah, I did write it in there.
Or...
I did write it like on the under one of the sections. I can't remember which one, about what it would take the form of. But yeah, essentially it'd be subpoena-less searches of that phone number every day, at least for the duration of the investigative warrant, right, which is 30 days. So instead of having to write a subpoena every day to get the records, it's for 30 days. We can just ask the judiciary for a copy of the records, and they can give them to us with, you know, that's it. You know, it's done. Because obviously if we had a phone tap, we could just listen in every day and that'll be it. But we don't. We can't do that. So I figured I'd present that as an alternative.
Yeah. Question: have you given notice to this phone number of the previous ones?
All the subpoenas, yeah. All the subpoenas have gone straight to their phone number, yeah. I've also, I think a couple of times said, if you give me your state ID, I can give it you in the document section as well, but they haven't replied, Craig.
Yeah.
I'm coming down to the office now. We can have a chat about it. Listen, I'm very well aware that this...
Toledo right now, so...
Oh, you're in Toledo? Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I'm very well aware that you or the DOJ might be like, well, this is strange, but someone's got to do it at some point, and I'm happy to, like, get some feedback and change things around if need be.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's reasonable, right? Like,
yeah.
This has been an ongoing, continuous investigation for quite a while, and they know what's going on. I mean, there's probable cause here. Obviously, the PC, there's more than enough probable cause for fucking like 15 different charges at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to conceptualize in my mind about, like, the reasonableness of the standard that we're setting with, and I know this is extenuating circumstances, and that's the thing too. Like these are extreme circumstances. This is literally a threat to the state, an ongoing threat to state security.
I put
them, like every part of me wants to sign this.
No,
I'm just
I get
trying
it.
to consider what the implications are. Not like, because there's enough, like I said, there's enough PC here for me to sign this, no problem, if this is just standard phone subpoena. I'm just worried about the implications, is what it comes down to.
I think maybe if you're going to think about the implications, I'd go down to investigative measures requested, which is where I've written out for the DOJ.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, right?
Yeah. Like, I think I think there could be, you know,